And we're back with formulas for areas of different shapes. 10.2 today, you can see at the top. We're doing areas of circles. All right, yesterday or last time we did parallelograms and trapezoids. Now we're getting into some curvy curves, circles. Yeah, kind of a simple math concept, simple formula that is one step more difficult than the ones we did yesterday, but one that is very common. Need to know this one. In fact, someday you should have it memorized. Let's test my memory. The area of a circle equals, here's the formula. By the way, we talked last time about formulas a little bit. I like to think about formulas as recipes. This is the recipe for the area of a circle. Here's what you need. In this recipe, you need to put a little bit of pi, and you need to put a little bit of radius squared. Boom. That's the recipe for the area of a circle. Pi r squared. Now, there is another formula dealing with circle, and that is the distance around a circle, which is called the circumference. That's 2 pi r. Yes, it would be good for you to have these memorized, but write them down for now. Now, the way that I see both of these recipes, or both of these formulas, have a 2 in them. They have a pi and they have an r. The way that I remember that pi r squared is the one for area is because area is always measured in units squared, like centimeters squared. We'll say this is 8 centimeters squared. And so this is r squared, so I know that that has to do with area, because my answer is gonna be in square units. This circumference, distance around this thing, wouldn't be in square units, and it doesn't have any squared exponents up here. Okay, so let's work with this a little bit. Let's take a look at your book. Here they give you the formula for the area of a circle. Area equals pi r squared. Oh yeah, probably should know that r stands for what, and you should know this already. R stands for the radius. Now guys, in this assignment, they expect you to use your head a little bit. This might seem easy, but I guarantee you if you go too quick, you're going to miss something, because guess what? What if they told you the diameter is 10? And then you go and they say, hey, what's the area? Well, the diameter is 10 squared times pi. No, that doesn't work, right? Because this is r. That stands for the radius. So the diameter, you got to cut that in half. Diameter is all the way across. Radius is just to the center. So cut the diameter in half, which would give you 5. If the diameter is 20, or diameter is 10, the radius would be 5. In this case, the radius is 6, so the diameter is 12, right? Make sure you're plugging the right thing in, all right? Now, once you've got that plugged in, do not do pi times 6 and then square it. Remember the order of operations? You must do parentheses first. Well, there's no parentheses in this. I guess there are just around the 6, but parentheses first, but there's nothing to do inside the parentheses. Then please excuse exponents. Exponents next, before the multiplication and division. So look what we got here. Parentheses, nothing to do with that 6 in there. Exponents next, so 6 squared is going to be 6 times 6 is 36, then do times pi. Now they might tell you to use 3.14 for pi, or they might just say use actual pi, so you better read those instructions carefully. Let's see what they do down here. Find the area of a circle with a diameter of 10 inches. Oh, 10, just like I said before. Okay, if the diameter is 10, the radius is what? 5. 5 squared is 25, and they're using 3.14 for pi. 3.14 times 25 would give you 78.5. Now this is area we're talking about, so square inches. Inches squared. Okay, but what if we needed to go backwards? That seems to be the hardest thing for some of you. It's like, oh yeah, I get how to plug that in, but what if they give you the area and they want you to find the radius? This one says find the radius of a circle that has an area of 530.66. 530.66 is the area of this circle? Feet squared, square feet. Square feet is the same as feet squared, by the way. What is the radius? Well, just write your formula. Notice every time I'm doing this, I always just write the formula first. Area, or right at the top of your page, area equals pi r squared. Okay, 530.66 is the area, equals pi r squared. We want to get r all by itself. Now, this is going to draw on some of what you've learned just recently with exponents and square roots. First thing to do here, we should divide both sides by pi to get rid of that pi symbol. Okay? Divide both sides by pi. 530.66 divided by pi, I don't know that. I don't want to grab my calculator, so I think they have it on here. Ooh, 169. Okay, it's approximately 169. Equals, now that pi's have crossed out, we're left with r squared. Now, how do I undo a square here? We have not finished this problem. And some of you, I think I remember on a test a while ago, you would just leave it like this was your answer, but you just told me what r squared is. I need to know what r is, what the radius is, not what radius squared is. So how do you get rid of that square? Got to remember, the opposite of squaring something is square rooting it. So square root both sides, and this will now be gone. Goodbye. So we're left on the right side with just an r, just the radius. Now we need to find the square root of 169. Square root of 169 is approximately 13. Now, when you find the square root of a number, that means, do you remember this? What's the square root of 4? What number times itself gives you 4? 2. Square root of 9 is 3. But isn't negative 3 times negative 3 also positive 9? Yeah. So when you find the square root of something, you have to give the plus or minus, the positive and the negative. But in this case, would I say plus or minus 13? Hey guys, the radius of this circle is plus or minus 13 feet. No. I would only do the positive, 13 feet. Why? Because you cannot have a circle with a negative radius. The radius is always going to be a positive number. Show me a circle with a negative radius. That would be interesting. I'd like to see it. All right. Now, let's just take a quick look at this problem. I don't know if we'll do it or not, but we'll see what they got going on here. Find the combined area of the two face-off circles of an ice hockey rink. So this circle and this circle, we need to find the combined area. There's 44 feet between the two centers. There's 14 feet here. How can you find the radius of each of these circles? Well, do 44 minus 14, and that would give you, what is 44 minus 14? 30, right? So this distance plus this distance is 30. So what is just one of these distances? 15. 15, 14, 15 would add up to 44. So we know that radius now. Plug it in. Oh, why did they do area equals 2 pi r squared? Oh, just because there's two circles, that's all. So area equals pi r squared times 2 because there's two circles. So the radius we figured out was 15. There's the combined area. Now what's kind of cool is, what if they asked you to find the area of this rink without these circles? What's the area of everything else besides these two circles? Well, that'd be interesting, because then you'd have to figure out the area of these two circles, which is this, and you'd have to figure out the area of this whole thing. So you can maybe like divide that into quarter circles and then rectangles here and whatnot, and find the area of the whole thing, and then subtract the area of the two circles out. So hopefully they give you some kind of fun problem like that today, huh? All right, I think that's it. Short video today. Good luck. Let me see here. Write and solve an equation to find the radius of the circle given its circumference. then use the radius to find the area of the circle. Oh, I better say one more thing here, okay? If they want you to find the area of this circle, and all they say is, hey, the circumference is 18 centimeters, what's the area? If they give you the circumference and they ask you for the area, they gave you the circumference so that you could figure out the radius. And why do you need to figure out the radius? So you can figure out the area. So circumference, remember, is 2 pi r. So 18 equals 2 pi r. Divide both sides by 2, then divide both sides by pi, and then you'll get your radius. Then you can plug that radius into pi r squared and find the area, right? And as I was closing this, I noticed a couple cool problems here. For this one, find the area of the shaded region. You need to find the area of the whole big circle and the area of the little white circle, and then subtract the area of the little white circle from the area of the whole big circle. That will give you the blue region. For this one, how do you find the area of like a funky outside circular shape box type thing? Well, it's actually quite easy. Find the area of the box, find the area of the white circle, subtract the white circle area from the box area. There you go. And it looks like that's what you're going to be doing here too. All right? Cool. Have a good time.